Importing a BACPAC file into Azure SQL Database is a straightforward process that can be completed in a few steps. To begin, it is essential to understand what a BACPAC file is. A BACPAC file is a backup of a SQL Server or Azure SQL Database schema and data that can be used to import the database into another environment. First, you need to create a BACPAC file from your existing database. This can be done using SQL Server Management Studio or the SQL package command line utility. Once you have the BACPAC file, you can import it into Azure SQL Database. To import the BACPAC file, you will need to use the Azure portal or the SQL package command line utility. If you choose to use the Azure portal, navigate to the Azure SQL Database page and click on the Import Database button. Then, select the BACPAC file you created earlier and choose the target database settings. If you prefer to use the SQL package command line utility, you can use the import command to import the BACPAC file into Azure SQL Database. The command will require you to specify the server name, database name, username, and password, as well as the location of the BACPAC file. Before importing the BACPAC file, make sure you have the necessary permissions and that the target database does not already exist. It is also essential to be aware of any potential issues that may arise during the import process, such as data type inconsistencies or schema differences. Best practices for importing a BACPAC file into Azure SQL Database include testing the import process in a development environment before importing the database into production. Additionally, it is crucial to monitor the import process and verify that the data has been imported correctly. In summary, importing a BACPAC file into Azure SQL Database is a simple process that requires creating a BACPAC file from your existing database and then using the Azure portal or SQL package command line utility to import it into Azure SQL Database. By following these steps and best practices, you can ensure a successful import and minimize potential issues.